even as darkness disappears on turning towards light, ignorance disappears if you turn towards the light of the self. That means the whole undoing, or the whole, I think it's undoing, because it's opening the knots of the false identification, means loosen the grip of the false identification that I am a person. Is it's the examination, the discrimination. So checking if it is real, checking if when I believe it to be real, how do I react to it, so I can really see the defects of it. And then recognizing that without any belief, who is aware? Who remains aware prior to any thought, any belief?
So what's really important after your last video is what helps us is to continuously hear these words over and over and over again until a light shines, or the tool.
Okay. So it goes like this. You hear the words and you suddenly sense, or you listen to the listener as silence. That's where the light shines, and the mechanism of the illusion is being exposed simultaneously. So suddenly the illusion appears to be an illusion. When you see the illusion for an illusion from the space of awareness, the light is illuminating the illusion. Because when you see the illusion as illusion, it's enough. That means your identity is with yourself. Because you cannot identify with anything that is not real. Because the natural identity is with the reality, which is you. Only the identity goes to the thought or the separate I because it appears to be real. That means it's not anymore an illusion, it is delusion. Delusion means it is believed to be real, and we don't even know for how many generations we find all the proof and justification why it is real.
So going into silence, when silence happens, or in that space where there is no reactions, is only a step to self-realization.
It's the
because that's going to happen, and it's good. It's
I
good
cannot
to
say
know.
it's a step for self-realization, and I can share why. When your identity is as aware, self-aware, that's self-realization. If the tendency never pulled the attention out ever again, that's it. Self-realized. If the tendency comes and it steals the attention, and there is suddenly forgetfulness and misidentification, then it requires investigation and inquiry into the self again. Let's say it never happens again. Then name it as you wish. It's not even going to be it, because it's prior to any name. You understand?
Yes.
So self-realization is not in the future, is any time you realize the presence of awareness as yourself, aware of awareness itself.
You cannot force
Whether there are thoughts or no thoughts, whether there are sensation or no sensation, whether there are perception or no perception, awareness knows itself. It's not dependent on knowing itself. If you stay as such,
the idea is
that's it, isn't it? So thinking that it's partial, that means the mind already projects that there would be tendencies pulling the attention from awareness as yourself, which we do not know. We can only talk about what happened, and we cannot really know that there would be anything in the future, because even the future is just an appearance of a projection.
it cannot be forced.
No, for all force is egoic.
So we're back to-
Except one has to cultivate, stop listening to the egoic mind, and try not to act upon it either.
Is that not force?
No, it's not cooperation. It's passive. Don't cooperate. Let's say it says, I want this, it should be this, and you're just watching it from the behind. What force? It is going wild, and you're just looking at it. Like let's say a child throws a tantrum. You can go and restrain it, and you can watch it. What force are you using? The child going crazy, and you're watching. What force are you using over the child? He's screaming, jumping out, throwing stuff, breaking stuff, and you're just watching. You're not cooperating. You're not judging it. You don't have any idea he's supposed to be different. The ego is like that. So means don't cooperate with it. Doesn't mean now you try to grab it, restrain it, strangle it. No, you just watch it. And if at times you would question it, that would be more effective. At times you won't be able to question it, let's say. I give all the scenarios. Once you can question it, better to question it, discriminate it, inquire. Let's say you can't, because that's more dominant now than the ability for the higher mind. That happens because even the higher mind is limited. That which is not ever limited is self-aware, is prior to the mind itself. So even the undoing of the mind has a 90%. Let's say in the 10%, it can't. Still awareness. There is no. It's everlasting awareness. There's no moment I am not aware. Even when there is a thought I'm not aware, I am aware of that thought. And even when there is a thought I am aware of that thought. That means I am aware is prior to the idea I'm not aware or I'm aware. I'm aware is prior to the idea I am bound or I am enlightened. Disengaging or not cooperating is really key. This is where you cultivate the witness attitude. This is where Nasrigadatta points, and this is what I experienced. That's where witnessing, where lies the true power. Witnessing is true power. For the mind perspective, it says this is weakness.
Can we use another word like observe?
No. Observing means still I can observe and judge or react to it. Witnessing has no judgment, no reaction, and no resistance. That's the discernment that one has to recognize from within. Because you can observe and the mind will say this is not good.
So the one who
That
is
means you're still engaged in it, right? You're in now. It's not even you. It's just a sequence of thoughts. Let's say there was an event. There are thoughts, and then judgment is just a set of other thoughts. There's no I that does it. It's just reactivity. So if you would see it just a river of reactivity, and I am awareness, not moving, watching it all, and because it's it's consequential, right? That's the word. It's after. So let's say judgment rise or anger arise. There's no one who is really angry there. If you check, there is no one there yet. Then there is reactivity of being angry with more anger, and I say I'm angry for being angry. That's a consequential of another thought and another thought, and that forms the illusion that there is an I that is experiencing these phenomena.